The National Health Service is celebrating its 70th anniversary with a host of events being held around the UK. Since its birth in 1948, the NHS has grown to become the world's largest publicly funded health service. Staff join patients and charities at a service at Westminster Abbey, and many others will attend a service this evening at York Minster. The Prince of Wales has met patients at a hospital in Blaenau Gwent, and the Duke of Cambridge will attend a commemorative reception in Edinburgh. Our health correspondent Dominic Hughes reports.
"70 years old and still swinging." At the Christie Hospital in Manchester, a leading centre for the treatment of cancer, birthday celebrations are underway. For those receiving cutting-edge treatment here in particular, the benefits of the NHS are very real and very personal.
I didn't think that this treatment was available. I thought it was, obviously you had to pay for it in another country, but to have it on the NHS, it's just phenomenal. The outlook now is great, it really is.
If I'd have done nothing, the do nothing option was an option. So here I am a year later, and the cancer's under control, let's say, and I feel great.
There was a more formal commemoration at Westminster Abbey, with an acknowledgement of the central role the health service plays in all our lives.
A health service that belongs to us all, to those of all faiths and none, to those who fought to bring the NHS to life, to the staff and volunteers who have sustained it ever since, and our families who rely on it in their troubling times of need.
In Scotland, the First Minister was marking the anniversary. And a royal visit too in Wales to the hospital named after Aneurin Bevan, widely seen as the father of the NHS.
The new National Health Service starts, providing hospital and specialist services, medicines, drugs and...
70 years ago, in the aftermath of the Second World War, the UK was being prepared for what was to become the biggest government reform of the 20th century. So this is where it all began 70 years ago today. Symbolically, at least, the then Health Secretary, Nye Bevan, came here to what was known as Park Hospital in Trafford in Manchester to receive the keys of the hospital from Lancashire County Council. Now that marked the birth of the NHS and the culmination of a truly ambitious plan to create a health service that was free for everyone and funded by taxation. In 1948, Joyce Thompson was training as a nurse. Now, aged 90, she marvels at what the health service has become.
Well, we couldn't do without the NHS now. With very few things at the beginning, but with money coming forward, we did better as we went on.
And the Bevan legacy lives on. His great-grandniece, Jasmine Stokes, is studying to become a mental health nurse.
I always remember going into hospitals and saying, I'm going to be like that one day, I'm going to be a nurse. And yeah, I suppose being related to Aneurin Bevan has had a massive impact in the choices I've chose and the career I've chose, because he obviously done our nation proud, and I want to do the same thing. I want to make a difference to people's lives, so yeah. As far as I'm aware, I'm one of the only ones that have gone into the NHS and kind of following my dreams. But yeah, I think he would be very proud of me. I hope so anyway.
Over the past 70 years, the NHS has had its ups and downs. But today, across the country, celebrations are marking the creation of what's become a very British institution. Dominic Hughes, BBC News, the Christie Hospital, Manchester.
Almost